Hey folks, welcome back to the second episode of our Happy Catty Crypto podcast. And these podcasts are now going to be set out for when we have guests come onto the channel. Second episode, it's going to be, and you guessed it, Vegas is on. We're here to celebrate this evening with you folks. And pretty much we've come a long way, both myself and Vegas, and this has been one hell of a journey so far. So Vegas, how are you feeling right now? I mean, it's such a huge win, isn't it, for us?
Hi, Matt. Thank you for having me once again. I'm very happy to be here and speak with your community. That is absolutely brilliant. I'm super happy. I once again we were able to show that the vision of the community is about to become a reality. And on this proposal was incredible. Was what I think you have the better numbers, but was 40 something minutes, yeah, to pass quorum. So that's absolutely, I'm over the moon. It's like I was confident, of course, but at the same time I was not thinking that it was going to pass so quick. And with that, everyone saw the GitHub. EFL saying that they will merge the station. They will look to merging the station after the proposal is there. The proposal is there, already passed, so I'm very confident that they will merge the station with no problem at all. A funny fact is that the proposal passed, yeah, before it was even whitelisted. So
yeah, and it is whitelisted now, folks. Me and Vegas were discussing this just before we started this podcast episode, and having it whitelisted kind of gets it without the show. It shows that it is a proper proposal that needs to be voted on, so to speak. So Vegas, I've checked to kind of see which validators have voted yes so far, and it looks like people like Orion Money, LunkDAO, and other people like this have actually voted yes. So it seems validators are still going to be voting yes on this too, right?
Yep, I believe that the validators are a big part of the governance, of course. And this time they show even more support. I believe not more support, but a quicker support, because they know that the community that is delegating with them is this is the way that they want to move. So yeah, the validators have a big part of the show in terms of governance. Yeah.
They really do, and it's the more validators we have with a better distributed voting power across all these validators, the more security there is for the blockchain, right, Vegas?
Yes, so we have two ways of seeing this. One is being the governance, of course, because it's not fair for 3 or 4 validators to have the power of voting completely, even if it's a way to go around, because the delegation can just redelegate and switch the voting power to another validator that voted, let's say, no or something like that. But at the same time, will be much better in terms of governance to have it spread around, so the votation is a little more fair. The other side of the coin that is a little more problematic is the network security. So imagine that you have the network all centralized in one validator. That doesn't happen because of the security of the 20%. But either way, to have it in 5 is not very good. So it will be better if we can decentralize it in a way that no one can ever even think of taking over the network. At the moment, we are feeling very secure. The validators that are on board, they were the ones losing money when was all like everyone was saying from outside, that was a dead project, and they still believe until the point that they were losing money, and for that I have a big respect to them. So I believe that they are acting in a goodwill, and they will never damage the network. At the same time, like you said, distribution is key on any type of blockchain in in the proof of stake or proof of work. Yeah, this being the question of the validated voting and bringing back to the whitelisting just came to my attention. That is a lot of scam proposals coming on board on the governance. Guys, keep in mind, yeah, that every time that Terra Rebels or me or anyone from the community that is working to do this reality, we will always do some kind of Agora forum discussion before we even try to implement any kind of proposal. So a proposal will never come out of the blue. The reason I'm saying this is that is a proposal that was done after, I don't know, 3 minutes after the one that Ed did, and was funny because it's exactly a copy of the proposal, but then it has a link, and that link almost sure that is some kind of scam. So just open your eyes and don't, just double check what is what. Yeah.
And
the white listing, the white list of the proposal is solidifies a little more the proposal, separating this proposal that is a solid proposal that everyone is exactly what people wanted from other proposals that might not be exactly what people wanted, but they are fair, okay. But this, more important is to separate this proposal from proposals that are just scams.
Yeah, it makes it more legitimate, seeing it whitelisted, so to speak. But looking back, Vegas, you know, when we first met and there was the first ever proposal that we put up, it feels like that was so long ago now inside my head. Does that feel like that for you?
Yeah. So I was just on a call and before talking with you, and it's exactly the same feeling that everyone that was involved from the beginning of this. I think every single person on this community thinks the same way as well. That is like. Yeah, this was 3 months and a half ago, but it seems that it's like 4, 5, 6, 7 years. You know, yeah, it's so long. It's so much things that happen in front and behind the scenes that basically make my life a little more difficult and at the same time a little more fun. Let's call it that way. A little more stressful as well. So it was a lot of things happening during these 3 months that I believe that before they were not happening at this space. So in my head, yes, it's like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 years, you know, that passed. And my white hairs, they say the same thing as well. I didn't have anyone before.
Hopefully, I'm hoping that I don't gain any grey hairs from all of this. And, you know, since the 10th of June, you may not know this, Vegas, being so busy, and because it's my job to kind of know these things, we've run up on a price range of 1,240%, going from our lowest point from June 10th till now. You know, that's not to be sneezed at. That's kind of proof in the works to show that what we're doing is working. And today, with the proposal passing that fast, like, that's got to be a record or something, right?
It is to be a solid thing. Yeah. And coming more important than even that is the recognition that CoinMarketCap did this past 2 days. That it take us out from the place that I think that was 209. The position on rank was 209 and between 209 and 213, something like that. And today we touch the rank of 23. You know.
Yeah, we are seriously moving now, and it has updated on CoinMarketCap, Vegas.
So that is for me is the biggest win that we got in terms of stability, because that shows that the project is solid, shows that even CoinMarketCap, that is a solid thing. And by the way, who's the owner of CoinMarketCap?
Binance, baby.
Yes. So even for a company like this to recognize that we are doing something right here is, for me, was just taking some weight from my shoulders. You know, I was very happy when this, I think it was this morning, when I wake up and I saw the position. Oh, this is amazing. You know, the price. You know that I don't. The price is a price, but yeah, I will lie if I say that I don't care about the price. But it's not that I'm normally, what I check is market caps, is stakings, is the ranking, and the ranking was taking a little of my energy because it was not being updated, and after a couple of attempts we were able to do it. So yeah, now is on the right place, and I reckon that it's not going to stop there, you know. So hopefully hopefully we'll go a little more to passing a little more some more big boys.
Definitely. And they've actually removed the big red warning label now, Vegas.
Yeah,
I think they removed it maybe 2-3 days ago, but I only noticed today. But that in itself just goes to show the stigma around our coin is starting to be removed. And, you know, we've brought something back which was in relevant terms dead, and a lot of people had told myself, you know, why are you doing this, why are you bothering with a coin that's already died? And sitting where we are now, I've never ever been once sat and thought, you know, this is a bad idea, we shouldn't be doing this. And we really have come so far, and my hat's off to you, Vegas, because having that contacts right now with both Binance and KuCoin is absolutely crucial. So, you know, there's a lot of talk in the works right now about the whole way that it has been approached. And Vegas, can you talk to us a little bit about what this all could mean and the reason why they're only doing it on withdrawals and deposits?
so well, the reply is public. I just posted the reply. I think I sent to you as well.
You did.
Yeah, and the reply is very clear from their sides. They basically saw what other exchanges on their, well, let's call it this way, on their sides were announcing as well, and they decided to announce something very similar to maintain the same line of ideas. And then they complement the reply with we are still studying the implications and how we can even do this on a spot trading, normal trading. So I do not believe that. I don't want to believe, yeah, but I really don't believe that they will say no to spot trading without even looking. So from these replies that I'm getting back from them, yeah, these conversations, I believe that they are actively studying the best ways for them to not lose customers, for the best way to not hurt the end customer as well. But I believe that one case state that they are doing is Maxi Global. So if you work for them, you will work for the other ones. I believe as well that the numbers of Max are not very bad. They seem very good, so they are winning some users as well. So all of this is going to enter in the calculations when the Binance has to do the final decision if it's going to implement it on spot trading or not. But of course, everyone knows this is a decision from them. A couple of things that we can negotiate with the community in general, but in the end, mate, we cannot force anyone to do this or that. I'm very confident that the big changes they will do it.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident as well, you know, from the statement of what they said, that they just need to kind of see some data and kind of take in all factors into account, because they do have businesses to run at the end of this. They didn't get to where they are by not profiting, right?
Exactly, Matt. They have they being the big ones, yeah. They didn't arrive there just because they were just yeah, let's do this, let's do that. No, they have to study every single variable that they can see, you know. So, and this one is a big one because it was never tested. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I've got your comment up on screen. I'm just going to read it out for the people listening, just in case they're listening to this podcast, they're not watching. So Vegas, you sent this to me, and it's the exact response that you got back from Binance, right? So it says, from what I see, we haven't stated really anything different than what the other exchanges have put out. Our team still needs to review and see if the implementation of an off-chain burn is feasible, taking all factors into account. So, you know, I've said this to people today, and I was broadcasting live when the proposal went up. And, you know, I've been saying to people, our foot's in the door, and having these burn taxes on both Binance, KuCoin and MEXC and Coinin just goes to show it's more extra burns than we don't have right now. And it will be happening around the same time the on-chain starts happening. And, you know, people just need to not freak out and take these little wins whenever we can.
Baby steps, mate.
Exactly. Yeah. Baby steps.
One thing at a time, because yeah, this was a big fight even to get what we are doing today. Yeah, that is the final parameter change. I don't. Do you remember that time that everyone was saying, "Now you have to do parameter change straight now"? Yes, no, it's impossible because the code is not there, so there's no way for you to do it.
Yeah,
But we got that and we passed all of that, and now is the day that the parameter change it came to a votation and it straight away passed. That is insane. Um, that's why I always keep saying this: baby steps. Yeah, for some people that they come here and they go away and come back a month later, seems that nothing is being done. But behind the scenes, it's like I'm working 2.5 jobs. You know, I'm basically sleeping, if I'm lucky, 5 hours, if I'm lucky. Normally, I'll sleep between 2 and 3 hours. Um, and I imagine that half of TR and all of this community that is actively supporting this is passing the same thing that I'm passing. Um, but yeah, I think it's a big win for us. And even if one of the big boys doesn't support straight away, but then he starts checking the data of other big boys, and is working for this exchange and for that exchange, then they will reconsider. Of course, they will, because the most important thing that they deal there is not the money, it's users. And the user then they will bring the investment, the money to the exchanges, so they know that the data that they will get in the future with other big boys getting more or less users, because this can go both ways, of course. It will make a big difference on the decisions that some exchange will do in the future. So yeah, but for now I'm very happy that we have a couple of exchanges already supporting it. That's absolutely brilliant.
definitely. And it's not just there's many ways, isn't there, in the parameter change proposals of Gore-Tex for for example, what would be and what wouldn't be taxed. And people are not getting taxed on their delegations or undelegations. They're not getting taxed on their rewards. They're not going to be taxed on their votes for governance proposals, or if they want to propose a new governance proposal, they're not going to be taxed. But you can be taxed for on-chain to Binance, on-chain to other CEX, Binance to on-chain, other CEX to on-chain. And there's so many ways that this tax could land in so many places. And just like me and you have always said to each other, just having it how it is right now is better than having no burn tax whatsoever, or just having it on chain. So, Vegas, you really have come a long way yourself. And like you're saying, it's like having a second job. And I can't say this enough to people about the amount of work we have to do behind the scenes. Like, at first we used to speak pretty much every night, didn't we, Vegas? Whereas now it's like we're in so many meetings separately all the time, doing different things, working on different paths, that we struggle to get time sometimes.
True. But it's true.
It's totally true. So it's not always easy, folks. And it seriously is for myself, like having a total full-time job now, just doing this. But we totally love it, don't we, Vegas? There's not a time where we've ever sat there and just been like, this is horrible, I want to walk away. And, we've always been dead set, and so's Terra Rebels, and we're all together. And the proposal today just goes to show how tightly huddled we are as a community without the validators voting, pretty much.
Yeah, so we can see that the community is the community, and I'll point out that the validators as well. But I think that being said, I think it was so quick, the votes of the community and the validators as well, that it really can show that we, even if like you said, you are doing your thing, I'm doing my thing, this is doing their thing, but in the end, when it's time to move in one direction, everyone moves in one step. It's so beautiful to see. Because I think now it's clear what the community wants to see, what the community is stressing a little more as well on the visions of others. And I just remember 3 months ago, and it was a completely different feeling. Was so nervous the 7 days about the whole thing, and today in yeah, like you said, 46 minutes, yeah, it's done. It's passed. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm going to drink a beer. You know, like.
I was just sat there and I was like, this one's going fast. Oh, this one's going really fast. Oh, my sweet Mary Josephine and Joseph. It's done. And I was sat there. I was like, no, I can't tell him it's past. I can't tell him it's past. I was like, okay, I'll tell him it's past threshold and quorum. That's good enough. But, you know, it's just a waiting game right now, isn't it? And it's kind of like going back to the idea around distributing vote power correctly, and you know, utility is going to be everything when this burn tax lands, because burn utility, just utility in general, because in itself it drives, it creates use cases for the coin. A use case and people using the coin creates volume, and volume creates price movement. And you know, utility's everything. And yeah, we are proof of stake, right, Vegas? But at the same time, we've got projects like Metagloria. Lunapunks has been around since pre-capitulation. They're a capitulation survivor. And, you know, you can stake their NFTs. It's built into the system, as you know. And we just need more of these utilities, would you say? And kind of like DApps and stuff like this.
Yeah, of course I will. So, exactly the thing that we're saying. We need utility more than utility of the chain itself, that is allowing to do these things on the blockchain. What people sometimes, when they said that, oh yeah, the project is dead, and by the way, it's just a meme coin. Are you serious saying that? Okay, cool. So the project seems that it's not dead. Yeah, the project seems that it has utility. Yeah. So we can say that the project is moving. The project is on the 20-something rank, whatever now. The project has the first utility, that is a proof of stake. The project has utility that it allows you to build on a chain, yeah. And like you said, the projects like this one that you just said, yeah. The Metaglory, what is it? The Lunapunks and things like that they allow you to build on the chain. They are absolutely important, and this is things that we want to see coming more and more to the chain. It's being created a department that will support this new utilities coming to the chain that will need some kind of support. On the beginning, when we were doing this a little more storm idea, we were dealing with everything at the same time, and sometimes we didn't give the proper support to this or that utility. I think in the future we're going to do a better job. This being said, I think even on that time that we were not giving the proper support, some utilities were able to come and join and maintaining this project, Luna Classic, at float. Now that we are organizing a little better, I think more and more utilities are going to have their support coming to them a little more quicker. Again, this being said, my Twitter is full of people coming and trying to work with us to work with the blockchain, being new protocols, new tokens that it has to be the main problem of tokens is that there has to be a due diligence done on all of them, of course. But new NFT projects, new games, whatever. It's so many things coming on board now that we know that we have to create just a department just for that, just for dealing with all of this. So yeah, it's very important. I will put this in a way that is, I'll put this on the same level of a burn or something. You know, utilities is absolutely important on a chain like this.
I mean, it really is key. Sorry to cut in there, Vegas. It really is key. And we had so many projects and so many good things going for this blockchain previously. It run up from 32 pence all the way up to $116 at its peak, something like that. So it has done amazing things before, and it is going to be crucial in the future about getting a stable coin of such back into our blockchain and our environment and stuff like that. But, you know, Vegas, can you explain to people in the most simplest way you can what a DApp is?
DApp.
Yes.
Yeah, let's put it this way. So it's a decentralization application. So will be something like the app that runs on top of Luna Classic will be, let's call it a normal app that will work on the blockchain that we already have. Yeah. So it could be a protocol. It could be a launch pad like a Luna Punk has. It could be I don't know, a new game that will run on Luna Classic. Is all third party applications that will work on top of something. On this case, on Luna Classic, yeah. And but for that, you will have other technicians that will explain much better than me.
Like yeah, definitely. I've done a couple of videos on DApps and kind of breaking it down how you can build, you know, from anything from NFT projects to just like a very basic application that's integrated into the system. And what we want is projects coming and using the blockchain's technology. And this is something that Metagloria is utilizing. Lunar Burning Nights is pretty new to the scene, but they're utilizing it under the Luna Punks launchpad system. And you know, it's just, there's so much more out there for this blockchain than just us burning our supply. And
it depends as well. For example, like I said, these dudes, they are already working together, and that's really good because one dude is working on layer 1, the second one is layer 2. So this is the amazing thing of the apps, because they can work in different layers. You know, that's absolutely brilliant. And having the base layer being Luna Classic, Cosmos, it's beautiful. It's really nice.
Yeah, it really is. And I'm excited for the future of what is coming for the blockchain and what possibly could be in store for the blockchain in general. And the price movement, like I've been saying, it really does go to show the movement itself's very strong and people are willing to hold their Luna Classic, and they're waiting for a better opportunity and they want to see how far this can go. So it's really, really good and stuff like that. So Vegas, what are the next steps really for the burn tax?
See how it goes. So that will be the first thing that I'll advise people not to stress. Yeah, just let's support the ones supporting us. But see how it goes. See if this will work with these numbers. See if the exchanges are going to support fully support the burn as well, or what levels are they supporting. Seeing what impacts is this going to have in the traffic of the network. And see what adjustments need to be done in the future. It could go up, it could go down, whatever. If all goes well, yeah, then we will move for the other step, that is utility, and on some other stuff that is like, for example, the swaps, the IBCs, the repeg of USDC, but all of that in it will have a timeline for each one to be fulfilled. You know, all of these matters are very sensible. We just want to try to maintain the Luna Classic in a way that is stable and has a continuous growth before we start even attacking this new part of the roadmaps. But I believe that if we can fill up all of this that we are just talking, and I believe that we can, if no one tries to go against us, yeah, we can make this a reality. And in the future, we have some surprises as well that I think the community might love this. Might know they will, because it will make us again pioneers on something that is happening on crypto. So yeah, just keep with your ears sharp, because in the future we're going to start talking about some crazy ideas that I think will bring this to a new different level.
That's what I like. I like the sound of that, and I'm looking forward to anything that's going to be, you know, put forward. And we're here to overcome things, adapt, you know, and just keep moving on. We're not about stopping and bickering between ourselves, because that's what it was at the beginning. It was just, you know, people were just being put against each other and bickering, but nothing really getting done. And it's been amazing, Vegas. So, you know, we've pretty much answered all of the questions we had on the list for like asked questions, really. And, you know, people need to understand, don't they, that this is our foot's in the door with both Binance, KuCoin and MEXC, and people need to have a little bit of faith, relax a little bit, enjoy the little wins, and just wait and let them gather their data, do what they need to do as businesses to...
Put it this way, whatever happens is better than before.
Definitely, yeah. Definitely.
So in terms of Binance, of course, they are massive boys, and they will do their due diligence with very careful. KuCoin and MEXC, they seem a little. They first look to the community, and then they will start doing calculations, and I love them for that. At the same time, they are still testing, and they are still understanding what impact is being done. But I see them working in different ways. So it's like if you have two types of engineer, that is, one is the theoretical, that is like, okay, I'm going to study this and then I will apply. And then you have the practical that is already doing it, and then you will do the study later. Yeah, for example, Max, we will have I reckon that will be next week, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to have a AMA with them, just to talk a little about the whole idea of the project of Terra Rebels and how we are trying to implement all of these changes. And KuCoin as well will be next week, if I'm not mistaken. Was supposed to be this week, but no, it was delayed for next week. So yeah, they are very happy with all that we are doing. I forgot to tell that Binance as well, they give a really good news as well regarding the new pairing that they will have. Is it already today? No, it's tomorrow. Tomorrow, that is, for me, that's brilliant. But for example, KuCoin, he decided to start something that is the Carnival, if I'm not mistaken. That is it's doing that giving money for this trader that trades more in Lunk and stuff like that. I advise you guys just to check them to see what they are doing. Because it's very interesting as well. If I'm not mistaken, they have a reward of $1 million or something like that. I'm not sure, but just guys, go and check them. They really want to do more and more with the Luna Classic community. They know that we are big, we are strong, and we are united. So for them to understand that, for me, is important. It was not even me trying to sell them that. They know that, and when we have our first meeting, it was very clear to me that they understand the power of the community. So yeah, I think I told, yeah. Sorry, man.
And the power of the community really does push over everything. And I mean, the community is everything, and the thanks really does go to them, because without them, there's no one to vote. There's no one to, you know, use the blockchain, use the technology and stuff like that. But this is a real big call, folks, that if you know people that have got projects on other blockchains, speak to them, show them our blockchain, show them how fast we've grown, show them the technology, show them the Lunk Basics playlist, show them things that are going to, you know, incentivize them to think, wow, this really is a cool technology and I really could be getting in early here. It's all about inspiring the person next to you to do more, be more, become better. And, you know, huge thanks to you folks. And Vegas, I have no doubt, wants to thank you as well.
It's absolutely amazing to once again be in here and knowing that we have this community supporting us. And congratulations for your space, mate. That's amazing. I hope to be here again soon.
Thank you so much, Vegas. And, you know, it's the second episode pretty much of this, the start of this podcast series that I'm going to be doing pretty much forever now alongside the channel. And next week, we're going to be doing YouTube/Twitter space where you're going to be able to go and pretty much speak to people like Vegas, people like myself, and other cool people like Ed. Raise your hand, you know, just kind of get to know these people. And we're all going to be celebrating there together next week, Wednesday, 8 p.m. UTC. That's goodbye from me. Goodbye from Vegas, and beware of scammers, doppelgangers, anybody pretending to be me, anyone posting WhatsApp numbers, anybody DMing you, anything like that. Just be careful. There's so many scams out there, folks. Always double check things. Head over to my Twitter if you're confused. Jump in our Telegram group. At me, I will appear and I'll help you out to ensure that you're not getting scammed. Folks, tap a little like on the way out. Tap a little subscription if you haven't yet. We'll catch you in the next one.